Hello, lovely Vibe Tribe. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Vibes with Jojolicious. I'm your host, Jojolicious, and I'm so happy to have you join me today. Today, I have an intriguing topic on my menu: gap analysis. What to do with those gaps. I want us to analyze our gaps, or encourage you to do it with me. Now you might be wondering, what's gap analysis and how can it help me grow? Well, don't worry. We're about to dive right in it, and I'll try and make it not only easy to understand, but also practical. But before we get into the nitty gritty of gap analysis, let's set the stage. Imagine you're on a road trip and you've got your GPS guiding you to your destination. Gap analysis is like your GPS for personal and professional growth. Gap analysis will help you to identify where you are, where you want to be, the in-between of where you are and where you want to be is a gap. And then the analysis will help you to know the steps you need to take to get there. Do you understand? I'm sure you do. So let's go. So now the first step in this journey is understanding your current position. It's like knowing where you are on the map before you plan your route. You see, in life, that means that you need to take a good look at your skills, your knowledge, your goals, and most importantly, your passion. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? What are you doing right now? Seriously, let's be real. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses. If you could listen back at the last episode where we talked about SWOT analysis, we have our strengths and our weaknesses. And identifying those gaps between where you are now and your to be, where you want to be, is very crucial. It's not about beating yourself up over your shortcomings. No, it's not about guilt tripping yourself or anything like that, but rather it's about recognizing your areas of opportunity. You need to be positive about this. These gaps, they should be like treasures waiting to be discovered. So when you do your where you are and your to be, and you see those gaps are like treasures that's been waiting for you to discover them, so that you can begin to grow. Okay, let's make it real. Let's make it more practical. Picture your dream job, your dream life, or any personal goal you have. Maybe your dream marriage or your dream holiday. What does it take to get there? What will it take you to get that dream job? What will it take you to get that dream life you want? What will it take you to achieve that personal goal? What are the skills you need? What knowledge do you need to acquire? All right, let's focus on closing the gap. The what and the what you're asking will help you identify those gaps. And this episode is me trying to say, look at your now and your to be. What are those gaps? What are the things you need to get to your to be? What are the skills you need to get to your to be? What are the connections you need to get to your to be? What are the knowledge you need to acquire to get to your to be or your dream? Let's get this. Yeah, this is not about making giant leaps, okay? It's not about jumping off the roof. It's about taking small, consistent steps. It's about setting achievable milestones. It's about breaking down your goals into manageable pieces. is about tackling them one by one. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. There's nothing that was built overnight. The people you think they are living their best life, they didn't wake up and started living their best life. They had where they were and they know where they were going to, and they did things to fill those gaps, to sort the gaps, the gaps between where they are and where they want to be. And even those ones you think they're enjoying their best life, they're also checking the gaps of where they are right now that we call enjoying their best life to where they really want to be, because they've not gotten to the zenith of their goals, and those are gaps. So it has to do with taking small consistent steps and setting those achievable milestones, breaking them down as little as possible in manageable pieces, and tackle them one after the other. So are you with me yet? Are you with me already? So but hey, growth is not just about your professional life. This plan for growing is not just about your professional life. It's about your personal growth too. It's about your relationships. So think about your relationships, your health, your hobbies, your mental well-being. Those are areas of your life you can analyze the gaps in between. Identify the gaps of these areas and find ways to fill them with positivity and self-improvement. Find ways to sort those gaps. What can I do to sort those gaps? I want to be so and so. From where I am to where I want to be is a huge gap. What do I need to do? I want to do my PhD. From where I am and me being a professor, there's a gap. What do I need to do? What skills do I need to acquire? What connections do I need to make? What things do I need to learn? Are there articles that I need to write? Are there people I need to reach out to? Those are questions you ask while analyzing your gaps, because it will help you to know what to do. Or I want to start my own business. Right now I'm working for someone. What do I need to do to start this business? What training do I need to get? What structures do I need to put in place? Are there skills I need to acquire before I can go off on my own to start this thing? So these are questions you need to ask, because where you are right now to where you want to be, which is being your own CEO, there's a gap. And so you need to analyze those gaps and find the things you need to do to be able to get there. It's not by wishing. You pray about it as a Christian, you pray about it, or whatever you believe, you pray about it or confess it. But there's work to be done. You need to do some work, some analysis, write it down, and then start breaking down your steps and your strategies and your goals and your plans on how you're going to get to your to be. But before you can get to your to be, you have to analyze these gaps so that you can set a strategy. I hope I'm not sounding academic. I hope not. I hope I'm reaching out to you. This is a simple process, but very engaging. You have to take it serious. You have to tell yourself the truth. You can't walk by faith in this one. You have to itemize those gaps, that even when you start praying about it, as you have identified your gaps, you know what to tell God about. Oh God, I need access into these places. I need opportunities into this kind of place, because I need to get into this space to be able to get to where I want to go to. So it is a thing we all have to do as we position ourselves for growth in this season. I believe we've all been there. Sometimes life throws curveballs at us, and it's easy to feel lost when life throws so many things at you at the same time. But I feel like when we come and withdraw or reflect on it and try to analyze the gaps in our life, we're not just identifying problems. We are actually creating opportunities for growth for ourselves, mentally, spiritually, financially, in our relationship, emotionally, romantically, in our career, professionally, academically. What you're doing when you analyze the gaps in your life is that you're identifying not problems, but you're identifying and creating opportunities for growth and for your fulfillment. Okay, let me try to bring it all home. This is not going to be a very long episode. Gap analysis is your blueprint for personal and professional growth. It's like crafting your own success story. Remember, this process is unique to you. It's not about anybody else. It's not about how you did it for so and so. It's not about how this person became. You can read up the stories of other people as precedent of what people have done, but for you to be able to get good results out of this, it has to be about you. It's unique to you. It's a process unique to you. So you need to embrace your individuality. You need to embrace your strength and embrace your weaknesses and then your journey. As I begin to conclude on this episode, I want us to remember that we have the power to strategically position ourselves for growth. Gap analysis is not just a term you hear in the business world or in the business sector or in the corporate world. It's a life strategy. It's a life strategy that will empower you to be the best version of yourself. So take it as serious as you can take your business. Take this process as serious as you can take anything, because take it as if your life depends on it. That for me to move from point A to point B, point A is where I am, point B is where I want to go to. There's something in between. That gap in between, I need to analyze it, sort it, see the opportunities there, and take it as a springboard to where I want to be. That's a better version of myself. That's where I want to be. That's the best version of myself. That's where I want to be. And I need to use this as a life strategy to get to where I want to be. And I want you to do the same. Like I said, it's not going to be a long episode. So thank you for tuning in to this episode of Vibes with Jojolicious. I hope you found today's episode or discussion on gap analysis practical, engaging, and relatable to you. Remember, the journey of self-improvement and growth is an exciting adventure. It does not have an end, so you have to make it as exciting as you can. So take this very first step or part of the steps you take, and you are on your way to becoming your very best self, in having fun and enjoying your best life. Stay tuned for more exciting topics, and if you enjoyed this topic, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave me a review. Your support means the world to me. I do not take it for granted. Until next time, keep vibing with Jojolicious, and remember, you've got the power to close those gaps and reach for the stars. See you at the top.